Chapter 11 Brawl in the Family. The infant. Oh, wow, that was quick. Chapter 1 Brawl in the Family. The infamous Brawl in the Family episode. Many of you are wondering why I'm doing this one. Well, I thought it would present a very good challenge because my last fiction, Change of Heart, didn't turn out so good. Oh, that's the truth. So fasten your seatbelts and get ready to enter Sibling War 1. Cool. It starts with me and Veri knocking on the Loud House door. Lincoln answers the door. "Hey guys, come on in," says Lincoln. "Thanks, Lincoln," I say. Where are your sisters?" asks Veri. "They're around," says Lincoln. Our stomachs growl. "Can we get a snack?" I ask. "Sure," responds Lincoln. We walks over to the kitchen, only to find out that Luna is blocking the entrance. "Sorry, dudes, kitchen's off limits," says Luna. "Lori's in there cooling off. She and Lenny had a major throwdown." "Oh no. How come?" asks Veri. "It's complicated, Veri," says Luna. "Yeah, sad story. But I'm hungry," says Lincoln. "Yeah, we won't talk to her. We'll just go in, get something to eat, and come back out," I say. As we are about to walk into the kitchen, Lisa interrupts us. "Fear not, male sibling and male and female friends, okay? You should be able to satiate your appetite by foraging under the couch cushions." She says, holding out a bagel. "See what I scored?" "Ooh, an everything bagel," says Lincoln, eating the bagel. Uh, Correction, a plain bagel with lint dog hair. "Godzooks, is that a booger?" says Lisa, taking the bagel from Lincoln. "I think I'm going to be sick," I say. Lincoln, horrified and disgusting at what he just ate, runs to the bathroom to throw up, and me and Veri follow him. "Do not eat the couch bagel," says Lincoln to Lana. "Sorry, bathroom's off limits," says Lana. "Lenny is in there cooling off from the fight." "Here, use this," says Lana, handing Lincoln a bucket. "A bucket?" "Mm, Don't knock it till you try it," says Lana. Lincoln gives a look of discontent. In the living room, Lola, Lynn, Laney, and Lucy are reading. Me and Veri and Lincoln enters the room with a bowl of popcorn and wearing monster truck fan attire. Veri has a book on fish, because girls can't be into monster trucks, whatever. Lincoln is about to take the remote. His sisters, minus Laney, of course, after staring at me and Lincoln, beat us up, then continue reading. "Ow, what the heck was that for?" I ask. "Sorry, TV's off limits," says Lynn. "Oh, come on, why?" asks Lincoln, annoyed. "Lori and Lenny are on edge. You watching a monster truck rally is not going to help them," says Lola. My bad. "I don't watch TV, I read books," says Veri. "This is ridiculous!" exclaims Lincoln. "What are they even fighting about? Lenny and Lori have the same dress, and now they won't speak to each other," answers Laney. Flashback. The sisters, except Lori and Lenny, are sitting on the couch doing their usual things. Lori enters the room. "Guys, guys, guys!" yells Lori, pulling out her dress. "Check out this dress I found at the mall. It's literally one of a kind," she squeals. All of Lori's sisters go, "Ooh." Lenny enters the room with her dress. Gosh, you guys, look at this dress I found at the mall." The sisters gasp due to Lori and Lenny having the same dress. Lenny walks up to Lori. "Oh, when did we put a mirror in the living room?" she asks. "That's not a mirror, that's me. Now go take your dress back," demands Lori. "What? No, you take yours back," rebuffs Lenny. "Wait, can't we just agree to disagree?" asks Laney. That's not the correct term. They're not disagreeing, they're just fighting. Okay. "I agree that this dress is better on me and disagree that it's better on her," says Lori, pointing to Lenny. "Lenny?" asks Lenny. "Well, that dress makes you look like Aunt Ruth." "Take that back," says Lori. "Take that dress back," says Lenny. The two growl at each other. "Guys, wait. We shouldn't fight," says Laney. "There's gotta be something I can do to fix this." Luna grabs Laney. "Don't get involved in politics, Lanes," says Luna. The other sisters whistle and head upstairs. And flashback. "That's it?" asks Lincoln. "You gotta be kidding me. Clyde and I wear the same shirt on picture day and we didn't care." Flashback to where he and Clyde wear the same shirt on a school picture day and flashback. Great flashback. It's a sister thing you wouldn't understand, says Lucy. Lola, what color was your dress? I ask. I think it was an ocean blue, but I'm not sure, answers Lola. I think they both would look cute wearing the same dress, says Marie. I agree, I say. I should have said that, but they wouldn't listen, says Laney. Well, let's go help them work it out so we can have our house back, says Lincoln. Lynn stops him with her hockey stick. Oof. Negative. In this family, we have a sister fight protocol. Butt out and let them resolve it on their own, says Lynn. What is a sister fight protocol? Asks Marie. I've heard about this, I say. It's a special family movement that prevents sibling rivalry fights from escalating into violent massacres. Precisely, and this is the threat we're at now. Thunderstorm, says Lisa. I look at Lisa's threat level chart and it had an interesting setup. Interesting setup, I say. Lisa. It shares the same principles as. Oh my. It shares the same principles as the United States Armed Forces DEFCON system, but on a smaller scale, I guess. I'm guessing Field of Flowers must be DEFCON 5, the lowest level. Thank you for explaining. And Exploding Volcano must be DEFCON 1, the worst level. Correct. Technically, it's Field of Daisies as the lowest and Erupting Volcano as the highest, says Lisa. And we're at Thunderstorm, so we must be at DEFCON 4, says Puri. Exactly, says Lisa. Wow, you guys prepared for this, says Laney. Indeed, but these protocols never work out at 100%. Work out at 100%, okay? They always make things worse, I say. Oh man, this protocol is asking for this family to be torn asunder. We got to stop this, says Marie. Exactly. But I know I can resolve this. This family needs my voice of reason. Oh, Laney, you're so perfect. Your heart's in the right place, Laney, but you're playing with fire, says Lola. But someone has to go up there and calm them down, says Laney. You don't even know what you're doing. Stand down before you have another one of your episodes, says Lynn. You'll see, says Laney, standing up. I'm going to stop this silly feud without the help of your protocol. No, Laney, we all will, I say. Me, Marie, Lincoln, and you. Divided we are weak, but united we are strong. We walk up to Laurie and Lenny's room. I have a protocol too, says Lincoln, which is I don't like pooping in a bucket. Funny. And also I have a protocol which is I don't like seeing two of my best friends fight over something so petty. You're so perfect. And also I have a protocol which is I don't like seeing two of my best friends fighting over something so petty. I say, by the way, Lincoln, did you know about this sister fight protocol before now? No, I didn't, answered Lincoln. That's weird, says Marie. Don't you think it's kind of odd that they bothered to tell your younger sisters about you, but not you? Yeah, a little bit, says Lincoln. Laney, were you told about this? I ask. Yes, I was, but I always thought it was a bad idea, says Laney. Can't argue with that, says Marie. But it doesn't matter because we're going to fix it, says Lincoln. Lincoln knocks on Lori and Lenny's bedroom door and opens the door as we walk in. Hey guys, now look, I know you've been having a little problem, so he gets cut off by Lori. Guys, can you tell Lenny that the only way we can work it out is if she takes that dress back to the store? She asks. Come on, you two, it's just a dress, I say. That I think you both would look really cute in, says Viri. Aw, thanks, Viri. But Laney, can you tell Lori that taffeta makes her look fat? Asks Lenny. Hey, 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 hey! You guys, I say. What? How dare you call me fat? Says Lori angrily. Okay, let's calm down for a moment and think this over. You two have been very close together. Are you going to break it up because the two of you have the same dress? Asks Laney. Lori and Lenny both go, yes. Well, if Marie and Laney are on your side, then Lincoln and JD should be on my side, says Lori. No, we're not on anyone's side. We're here to help you guys work it out, I say. No help needed. I'm just waiting for Lenny to apologize to me, says Lori. What? Exclaims Lenny. You should be the one apologizing to me. How can you fight over something so petty? Asks Marie. We've been over this. Lori and Lenny don't listen to us and continue arguing. You know what? I think blue makes you look washed out, says Lori. Oh, yeah? Well, I think taffy makes you look like Aunt Ruth. Is that not something they already said? Uh, Something similar at least. Insults Lenny. I cannot believe you, says Lori. I can't believe you more, says Lenny. You're the worst sister in the world, says Lori. You're the worst sister in the universe, says Lenny. She and Lori continue arguing at each other. Meavery, Laney, Lincoln looks scared as we get out of their room and shuts the door. Just then, the other sisters were angry at us for making the fight worse. We fall? We fall. Maybe we fail? I don't know. Ugh, nice job, guys. We told you to stay out of it, says Lynn. You didn't even hardly give us a chance to talk, Lynn. Well, they were right, weren't they? Punching and crashing, screaming and worry comes from Lori and Lenny's room, meaning that the fighting has escalated into violence. Based on rising decibel levels, I'm upping the threat level in the house from thunderstorm to hissing cats. How is hissing cats worse than a thunderstorm? I guess thunder is not lightning, so it's not. Whatever. We're now at DEFCON 3, people, says Marie. Sisters, to your stations, says Lisa. What's going on? Asks Lincoln. Let us handle it, says Lola. We got to do something, guys, otherwise this whole fight will escalate into World War III, I say. That feels like foreshadowing. The next scene, me, Lincoln, Laney, and Marie are in Lincoln's room reading manga. Okay. Hey, maybe manga was in the original show. Luna and Luann enter the room, which scare us. Scram, dudes, we need your room, demands Luna. What? Why? Asks Lincoln. Lori's approaching the sector, and we can't risk a run-in with Lenny, says Luann. Luna pushes us out of his room as walks back in. As Luann pushes Lenny in there. Coast is clear, brah, says Luna. Copy that, says Lucy, allowing Lori to go upstairs. You may proceed. Lori walks upstairs to her bedroom. Luna gets out of Lincoln's room, and Luann pushes Lenny out. Lori gets out of her room while texting on her phone. Abort, abort, Lenny is heading back up, says Lucy. Voice? Okay. Luna and Luann push Lori into Lincoln's room. Ah! Exclaims Lori. As Luna and Luann enter the room with Lori, Lincoln goes, ah, as well. Lincoln, JD, Marie, Laney, make like a drum and beat it, says Luann, chuckling. Get it? But seriously, out. Good one, Luann, but we're going, I say. We are kicked out of Lincoln's room. Lenny walks back upstairs and goes to her room as she slams the door. Sighs Lincoln. This is just ridiculous, says Marie. Later that night, it is dinner time. And then Mort realized he was drinking regular, not decaf. Ha 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 ha, says Lynn Sr. Ha 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 ha, that's funny, Mr. Lynn, I say. Delicious spaghetti, Miss Rita, says Marie. Thank you, Marie, says Rita. Dinner was delicious, Mom, says Lori, rising from her chair. Thanks, sweetie, says Rita. Lori walks out of the dining room. Yeah, thanks, Mom. I am stuffed, says Lincoln. Well, I hope you saved room for dinner? Wait, what? Asks Lincoln, confused. But didn't we just have dinner? Asks Laney. Sister fight protocol, right? I ask. Because I know everything. JD knows everything. Yep, Lori and Lenny dine separately, says Lynn Sr. And we have to eat with them both, so they don't think we're taking sides, says Rita. Why not? I love this spaghetti, I say. Me too, says Marie. I'll have to see if our chef back at our mansion can give you some good recipes to go. Wait, I'll have to see if our chef back at our mansion can give you some good recipes to go with this. Kind of insulting. I say, that's very thoughtful of you, JD. Thank you, says Rita. I didn't know you had your own chef at your house, JD, says Lola from the kitty table. He's the best. Lola and he cooks all sorts of really great food, I say. In the next scene, they dine with Lenny. And then Mort realized he was drinking regular, not decaf. Repeats Lynn Sr. Lenny laughs as well. Laney sighs. Laney, you've barely touched your second dinner. What's wrong? Asks Rita. I'll tell you what's wrong. All this is wrong. Something's got to be done about this, answers Laney. Honey, you have to respect the protocol. Let Lori and Lenny solve this on their own, says Lynn Sr. But I'm a sister too. I know I can help. Siblings are supposed to be there for each other. Rebuts Laney, my bad. Mr. Lin, can I have a word with you? In private, I ask. Sure, says Lin Sr. Me and Lin Sr. go into his bedroom. I'm sorry to pull you away like this, Mr. Mr. Lin, I say. That's okay, JD, says Lin Sr. Oh, here we go. I don't think this protocol is working at all, Mr. Lin. Earlier this morning, Lori and Lenny were practically tearing each other apart because of you. That was your fault. They wouldn't let us talk to them to try and reason with them. The threat level was raised to DEFCON 3 because of our so-called interference. And me, Marie, Laney, and Lincoln are worried that this fight could explode into a violent massacre. I explain. You may be. You may be right. Not may, you may. Oh my god. It's not you may be right. It's you may be right. Okay. I'm getting distracted. You may be you may be right on that, JD, says Lynn Sr. You and Miss Rita are the parents, and you make the rules in this house, right? I ask. Yes, answers Lynn Sr. I respect your authority, but I have a very bad feeling that this fight is going to escalate rapidly into DEFCON 1, and I'm worried that some of the girls, if not all of them, are going to get hurt, and I can never forgive myself if that happens. What's worse is, I don't want Lincoln, Marie, Laney, or myself to get caught in the crossfire. All the people you care about more, I guess. You're right, but what can we do? Asks Lynn Sr., the adult man of this kid. I'm pretty sure. I hope to hell. Okay, read. Tell everyone we're going to destroy everything of the sister fight protocol. I'll explain the situation to Lincoln, Laney, and Marie, and if the fight begins, Laney will use her plant powers to restrain the girls, I say, and the rest will be up to the parents, meaning me and Rita. Assumes Lynn Sr. Bingo! We don't want another situation like this happening again, like with the sweet spot fiasco. Oh, I say, call back. You may have saved this. You may have saved this family again, JD, says Lynn Sr. Thank you, Mr. Lin. Friends always look out for each other. Also, I have a plan. I whisper everything into his ear. That's perfect. Okay, it's time to put Operation Induce More Fighting so that Lainey can use her plant powers to restrain the girls so we can punish them and think of a shorter name for this operation into action, says Lin Sr. Whoa, that's a mouthful. Now I know who Lincoln got it from. How about Operation Plant Restraint Punishment? I propose. That's perfect, says Lynn Sr. This will take 24 hours, but we can pull this off if we all do our 24. Never mind, I say. Later that night, I explained the plan to Lincoln, Laney, and Marie, and it began. Lincoln walks into his bedroom until he realizes that his sheets and blanket are missing. He walks out of his bedroom. Lana whistles while she walks out of the bathroom with her plunger. Hey, what gives? Asks Lincoln. What happened to my sheets and blanket? Sister fight protocol, responds Lana. We used them to make a divider in Lori and Lenny's room. Well, what am I supposed to sleep under? Asks Lincoln. Lana shoves him into his room. Try this, she says, dumping all the dirty laundry clothes on Lincoln and laughs. All right, that's it, says Lincoln, fed up. Lincoln, what are you doing? Asks Lana. Lincoln knocks on every door for every sister younger than Lori and Lenny. Guys, we have a situation. What now? Asks Laney. Lincoln angrily walks over into Lori and Lenny's room and takes down the divider. Lori and Lenny gasp while the others watch. I'm done with this. You guys and your stupid fight have ruined the whole day. It's time to get over it and make up, says Lincoln. Lincoln, this has to run its course. Sister fight protocol, says Luann. Forget sister fight protocol. Refutes, I don't know, Lincoln. Well, I'm not sleeping in here with her, says Lenny, and I'm not sleeping in here with her either, says Lori. Everybody calm down. I have a solution. Let's sleep in different rooms. Lenny, you sleep in Luann and Luna's room, and Lori can sleep here, says Laney. Great idea, Lanes, says Lincoln. Works for me, says Lenny. Me too, says Lori. Lenny grabs her pillow to sleep in Luna and Luann's room. Laney looks at me hiding in Lincoln's room, and I gave her the thumbs up and wink. You're playing with fire, my bad, says Luna. The other sisters, except Laney, all talk at once. The other sisters all talk at once in agreement. That's a chance I'm willing to take, I say. Laney knows how to solve problems in this house. By tomorrow, Lori and Lenny will have cooled off, and you'll be thanking me, says Lincoln. He whistles as Lily babbles at him for the idea. Okay. Lincoln and Laney returns to Lincoln's room. 11:15 p.m. Everyone asleep except for me. Faree, Lincoln, and Laney. Everyone asleep? Asks Lincoln. Whispers Lincoln. Yes. Phase 1 complete. I whisper. I whisper, pulling out a headset. Now for phase 2. Dark Angel to Night Owl. Oh, kill me now. Do you read me? Over. Night Owl to Dark Angel. Loud and clear and ready to move in. Over. Whispers Lynn Sr. in response. Excellent. Proceed with phase 2. Over. I say, apparently no longer whispering. Roger that. Over. Responds Lynn Sr. Lynn Sr. was dressed in a black sweater with a black hood, and he snuck up the stairs and into Lisa's room and found the files for the Sister Fight protocol in her closet. He grabbed the box and went to his and Rita's room. I got the files containing the Sister Fight protocol. Over, says Lynn Sr. Is it the right box? I ask. Over. Uh, Lynn Sr. opens the box, and in it is all the stuff for the Sister Fight protocol. I guess it's the right box. Affirmative. It is all the stuff. Over, says Lynn Sr. Copy that. Phase 2 complete. Hold on to the box and wait for the instructions. Over, I say. Roger that. Proceed with phase 3 in the morning. And JD, good luck. Over, says Lynn Sr. Thank you, Mr. Lynn. Over and out, I say. Did you get the files? Asks Laney. Yes, everything is going according to plan. We do phase 3 in the morning, I say. The next day, Lincoln, me, Free, and Laney wake up. Peaceful. Sounds like good old Lincoln has saved the day, says Lincoln. Just admit you're wrong. Voice? Luann? You're wrong, dude, says Luna. Oh, like a voice off screen, I assume. Or not, Lincoln sighs. Wait a minute, that didn't sound like Lori and Lenny. That sounded like Luna and Luann. Phase 3 is a go, I say. Sees Luna and Luann arguing. Lori had the dress first. She told me the whole story last night, says Luna. Well, Lenny told me her side, and she clearly had the dress first, says Luann. Ha! That's funnier than most of your lame jokes, says Luna. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I've gone partially deaf from your horrible guitar playing, says Luann. Guys! Lincoln intervenes. Luna and Luann growl at him. Lori, Lynn, Lisa, Lenny, Lana, and Lucy have got out of their rooms. Sister Fight protocol, divide and isolate, says Lynn on a megaphone. Lola is on her princess car, in which she gets Luna on? Okay. You're paying for new shocks, Lincoln? Says Lola. Luann is holding Lincoln by his shirt, getting ready to pummel him. What is happening? Lana grabs Luann with her rope and pulls her into Lincoln's room. This room is now off limits. She shuts the door, and the off limits sign is on the doorknob. Come on, why is it always my room? Asks Lincoln. Congratulations, elder brother. Thanks to you, the threat level is now stampeding T-Rex, says Lisa. We're now at DEFCON 2, people, announces Viri. Just as we had planned, I say in his head. Stampeding T-Rex, exclaims Lynn Sr., acting with screams and boards up the door to his bedroom. All right, we'll ride out the storm in here. Rita puts Lily down on the drawer. Did you remember the bucket? She asks, acting. Dang it, says Lynn Sr. Lisa is bringing Lori into the bathroom. Commencing T-Rex protocol. I've got Big L and we're on the move. What do you mean Big L? They all start with L. I mean, is Lori the eldest? I mean, I could understand. Whatever. Lucy coming out of Luna and Luann's room with Lenny. Roger that. Lana with Luann. We're heading for the red zone. Lola with Luna. Copy that. We're heading to the green zone. Both parties are unknowingly heading into each other's paths and end up bumping into each other, with Luna and Luann snarling at each other. Lola, what are you doing? Asks Lana. This is the red zone. The door is red. Hello. The carpet is green, says Lola. Now the twins are also arguing. As the four of them argue, as Lincoln, holding a bowl of cereal, walks into the room, but immediately backs away. Bobby is coming by to deliver pizza and immediately rushes to the parents' bedroom window and knocks. Here you go, Mrs. Loud, says Bobby. Rita pays and tips him. Thanks, Bobby. Just the large pepperoni for us. You can deliver the rest to the front door. Do I have to? Asks Bobby. Lori told me the threat level is at stampeding T-Rex. The doorbell rings and I answer it. Oh, hello, Bobby. What's up? I ask. JD, what are you doing? The threat level is stampeding T-Rex, says Bobby. I know, it's part of our plan. I say. I beckon him and explain what we're doing. That's brilliant, amigo. I don't want to get caught in the crossfire. Tell Lori I said hello, says Bobby. I'll make sure she gets the message. I hand him a $100 tip. Here you go, I say. Thanks, man. Be safe in there, says Bobby. No problem, compadre. Oh my god. I say. I take the pizzas and put them on the table. Lori, Bobby says hello, I say. Thanks for telling me, JD, says Lori off screen. You're welcome, I say. Okay, first seating will be Lenny, Luann, and Lana, says Lucy. Roger, copy that, says Lisa off screen. Lucy walks into the dining room, only to find Lynn slacking off while eating pizza. Gasp, I guess is what she says. What are you doing? You're supposed to be watching Lori, Luna, and Lola. Can't I have a break? Asks Lynn. I've been working for 9 hours. So have I, and you don't see me complaining, says Lucy. Oh yeah? 'Cause you're always such a ray of sunshine, says Lynn. At least I don't smell like crusty athletic socks, says Lucy. Please. Like, do death is better, I think, is how that's pronounced. Lisa walks into the dining room with Lenny, Luann, and Lana as Lucy and Lynn begin to argue. Oh boy, here we go. We are now at erupting volcano people, announces Lisa. Enough with your dumb chart, says Lana, grabbing the chart from Lisa and taking a big bite out of it. How would you like to eat that hat? Asks Lisa. The rest of the sisters enter this scene and all of them are arguing, which ends up with them fighting. Laney, now, I say, my name boldened, implying that I was in the original episode. Oh my god, it's canonical. That's all true. Okay, Laney slams her hands onto the floor and causes vines to grow, and they entangle the sisters in them. Laney, let me go, or I will turn you into a human pretzel, threatens Lori. I don't think so, says Laney. Lynn Sr. and Rita came in, and Lynn Sr. whistled. This has gone on long enough, says Lynn Sr. Everyone but Lincoln, JD, Marie, and Laney into the living room. But, now. But untie them first, Laney, says Rita. Then what was the point? Never mind. Read. I've got a better idea, says Laney. She had the vines place the girls under the sofa in the living room. Now this fighting is completely unacceptable. Lori and Lenny, how could you two fight over something so petty as a dress? Asks Rita. Lenny and I had the same dress, Mom, says Lori. It doesn't matter. Everyone but Lincoln and Laney are are grounded for 3 weeks, says Rita. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. JD told me what was going to happen last night, and he came up with his plan, says Lynn Sr. I explained the plan down to the last detail. And then Mr. Lynn and Miss Rita gave you your punishment. I say. That sister fight protocol is a menace to this whole family, says Laney. Girls, turn over all your stuff related to that protocol. Mr. Lynn, burn that box. I order. I give Lynn Sr. a box of matches, and everyone turns over the protocol gear, and Lynn Sr. goes to burn the box. I should have never made that protocol to begin with. It just makes things worse, says Lisa. It's all my fault. Lori, I am such an idiot, cries Lenny. Don't say that, Lenny. Like I said before, you both would look really adorable in that dress, says Marie. Girls, protocal, that protocal threatened to tear this family apart. It only made things worse for everyone, including your friends and neighbors. I say. That's what I've been saying, says Laney. That's right, says Lincoln. I explained what's been happening with Lincoln in his room and more, and everyone felt really guilty. Lincoln, we're sorry we kicked you out of your room, says Luann. Yeah, sorry, dude, says Luna. It's okay. I've already forgiven you, says Lincoln. Ever merciful. You can let go of them now, Laney, says Marie. Laney releases them. Well, guys, thanks to us, we won't have to worry about that protocol again, I say. Yep, especially when Lynn says she needs. Lincoln is cut off by Laney, who covers his mouth before he can finish that sentence. Keep practicing so she can be a sports star someday, says Laney. Oh yeah, I'm going for that. I'm going for the gold, says Lynn. Laney removes her hand from Lincoln's mouth. Next time, you better let me do the talking, Lincoln, says Laney. After everyone but Lincoln and Laney went back to their rooms, Lynn Sr. took me, Lincoln, Marie, and Laney out to the backyard, and I doused the box with gasoline, and we set the box on fire. Mission accomplished, Mr. Lin, I said. Yes, indeed, says Lin Sr. Good riddance to bad rubbish, says Laney. The end. Woo! My ninth fan fiction is completed, and this one took a good while. This was truly a challenge, the infamous episode done my way. Oh, and it was so amazing. I'm going to do an original episode next time. Until then, this is JD signing off. Laney belongs to King Hammer Publishing at Chapter 12 April Fool's Rules. It starts with me and Viri walking over to the Loud House for a sleepover. We have our night stuff and some fun stuff. I go up and knock on the door, and Rita comes and opens it. Oh, JD and Viri, you're here. Quick, come in, says Viri. She pulls us both in. Okay. Thanks, Miss Rita, I say. We go upstairs, only to see the sisters, who are all looking like they're going into war. Hey, girls, what's up? I ask. JD, Viri, what are you doing here? Go before it's too late, says Lynn. Haven't you guys forgotten? I ask. We're sleeping over with you guys for the weekend. Hey, where's Luann? Oh no, is she coming? Asks Lola. I don't know, so that's why we're asking you, says Viri. The sisters all go back to preparing. We shrug and then go to Lincoln's room, but we find out that the door is locked and I knock on the door. Lincoln, it's me and Viri, I say. Lincoln opens the door. Oh, hey, JD, Viri, come on in, says Lincoln. We both walk in, and Lincoln shuts the door. What's going on, Lincoln? Asks Viri. Everyone looks scared and loaded with paranoia. Okay, yeah, and they all look like they're going into war. I say. I forgot to tell you, says Lincoln. Tell us what? I ask. Lincoln marks April 1st on his calendar. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day. Yeah, so? I ask. Every year, my sister Luann creates a prank apocalypse, and no one is spared, says Lincoln. You mean like whoopee cushions, squirting flowers, and stuff like that? Asks Marie. Oh no, it's way worse than that. I present to you Luann Loud's April Fool's highlight reel. He begins showing us a montage of Luann's April Fool's uh, Day pranks on the Loud family. First, the siblings are looking at their furniture, which is tacked upside down on the ceiling. I'd say this prank's a little over your head, says Luann. Ha 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 ha. Now they open the door to find the room full of chickens. Seems to be your clucky day. Ha 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 ha, says Luann. Now the kids are looking at their house all wrapped up in wrapping paper. Luann rips through a window. I guess that's a wrap. Ha 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 ha. This is, okay. Now the siblings are trapped in a humongous gelatin. Oh, look at the Loud family getting jiggly with it. Ha 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 ha, says Luann. The pets' fur and Waltz's feathers got shaved off. Luann holding a buzz shaver. I shaved the best for last. Ah, jokes Luann. The video ends, and me and Maria are horrified. Luann did all that? I ask. Maybe she's got superpowers. See what I mean? Nobody's safe from that evil pranking genius. But this year's going to be different. Luann is not going to prank me because I've got an April Fool-proof plan. Says Lincoln. Ha 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 ha. Good one, Lincoln, I say. Thank you. Lincoln looks towards his door. You're not the only one who can make a pun, Luann. Lincoln opens his door to reveal Lily wearing a watermelon helmet and diaper. Lynn putting on padding, Lola coating herself and Lana in bubble wrap. Bubble wrap me next, uh, says Lana. I need more armor, says Lucy, entering with her head inside a gargoyle head. Lainey searches in her backpack. Okay, helmets, check. Cleaning supplies, check. Protective padding, check. Where's my helmet? Asks Lynn as Lisa enters in army gear. Bobby, we have to cancel all our plans in April, says Lori, talking on the smartphone. Bobby asks why. Because Luann might shave my eyebrows off again, and it takes a month for them to grow back. Luna following Lisa. Come on, Lisa, let me hunker in your bunker. You should have been more prepared, says Lisa. We'd known this storm was coming for 364 days. Luna dropping to her knees and begging, please, please give me shelter. Me, Marie, and Lincoln walk by whistling when Lola dashes out in front of us. Arms up, you three. Your turn for bubble wrap, says Lola. Lincoln puts his hands in front of Lola. Not this year, Lola. I'm not getting pranked. The Loud girls chatter. It's never been done, says Lola. Are you crazy? Asks Lynn. Don't be a fool. No one is safe from Luann's pranks, says Lainey. This is like the most Lainey's acted like an actual sister of the loud. Whatever. Ladies, I got a plan. Me, JD, and Marie are simply gonna lock ourselves in my room till the day is over. I've got snacks, video games, and a hose to pee in, which I call the Tinkle Tube, patent pending, says Lincoln. Lori, Lenny, Luna, Laney, Lynn, Lucy, Lola, and Lily. Ew! Cool, says Lana. Lincoln points to his window. It goes out the window. But what if we have to go number two? I ask. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The point is, we'll never have to leave the room, so Luann will never get us, says Lincoln. But what if she pranks you guys from in your room? Asks Laney. How can she do that? Asks Marie. Never question Luann's dark arts and practical jokes, says Laney. The kids are frightened by the sound of a sausage hitting the stair rails. She's here, says Laney. The sisters look frightened as Luann comes upstairs while holding a sausage. Ooh, it's Prankmas Eve, and I'm just bubbling with excitement, says Luann, popping a piece of Lola's bubble wrap and walks away. Whoa, who knew Luann could be that scary? Says Ree. I'm not scared of her, I say. I'm gonna need more bubble wrap and a fresh pair of undies, says Lola. Thanks for the lumber, Lana. I'll return it on April 2nd, says Lincoln, walking away with lumber. Mahogany was a good choice. That'll hold nice, says Lana. Me and Marie follow Lincoln into his room. Lincoln closes the door uses a nail gun to pound the nails and mahogany on it, then puts a chair by the doorknob. Lincoln takes out his radio. Clyde, want to hang out tomorrow? I ask. I built us a fortress with snacks, games, and a tinkle tube, patent pending. Oh, Pranksgiving? Asks Clyde. No way, not after what happened last year. Flashback to what happened during the past April Fool's Day, where Clyde steps on a rope as one of Luann's prank traps. Water sprays on his face and he is covered in hay. Luann's laughing can be heard. Then a flock of crows come to attack him as he screams, and flashback as Clyde looks a little scared. But nothing's gonna happen this year. I've got an April Fool-proof plan, says Lincoln. Ringtone sounds. Hang on, Clyde. Ronnie Ann just texted me. Lincoln checks his phone. She said she's coming over tomorrow with a present for me. That's not good, says Ree. She can't come over tomorrow. She'll get nailed by Luann's pranks and then pulverize me. Just tell her to come over another day, says Clyde. I can't do that. That will definitely get me pulverized. Says Lincoln. You gotta get Luann to call off Prankapalooza, I see. Appeal to her humanity. Beg if you have to, says Clyde. Good idea. Just as soon as I get the mahogany off the door. Meavery and Lincoln pull off the wood, and I go in Luna and Luann's rooms. We arrive, and Luann turns around in a jester chair to face Lincoln while she has Cliff on her lap. Wow, Luann, you look really awesome in that chair. It makes you look like Dr. No from James Bond, I say. Thank you, JD, says Luann. That is pretty cool. But Luann, you gotta call off Prankageddon. Please, Ronnie Ann is coming over tomorrow, and I can't let her get pranked. Yeah, she'll get nailed by your pranks and then pulverize him, I say. Okay, says Luann. Really? Wow, that was easier than I. Lincoln gets cut off. April Fool's practice, yells Luann. Lincoln, you know the April Fool's rules. Anyone who sets foot on our property is fair game. Speaking of which, is Clyde coming over tomorrow? Because I'd love to just say, hey. Oh God! We storm back to Lincoln's room, put the mahogany back on his door, and Lincoln's call Clyde. Clyde, pleading with Luann did not work. She's an animal, says Lincoln, hearing a cat noise. What was that? Oh, that's Cleopatra. She's been feisty lately, so we put her in a timeout crate, says Clyde. Timeout crate? That's it. Of course. We cage her up like an animal, and she can't pull any pranks, I say. Okay. Lincoln runs away to brainstorm his idea and tries to pull the mahogany off the door. Why did I choose mahogany? He asks. At the basement, Lincoln flicks the lamp on. To Meavery and his sisters, who are not Luann, Lincoln says, Okay, we're all here? Wait, let me do a head count, I say. I counted heads except except for Luann. Okay, we're all present, I say. Shh, she's got ears everywhere, says Lola, turning on the washing machine. I saw this in a mob movie once. She won't hear us over the noise. Good thinking, Lola, says Marie, my bad. We all know tomorrow is going to be awful, but it doesn't have to be. If we combine forces, we can prevent Luann from setting up any pranks in the first place, says Lincoln. How exactly are we going to do that? Asks Lynn. Laney, you have prepared for every prank Luann can think of every year, right? Do you have anything for containment? Asks Lincoln. Laney is seen rummaging through her supplies. Sure, I think it's next to the insect repellent, says Laney. Great. Now let me tell you all my plan, says Lincoln. Better make it snappy. We're almost done with the spin cycle, says Lisa. Later that night, in Luna and Luann's room, Luann is snoring. Luna then gets up and gives a bird-like call to signal that Luann is asleep. We then enter the room. Luann then opens her eyes as we all tie her down, trap her in a cage, and keep her fingers together with Chinese finger traps. Let me out of here, says Luann, enraged. She starts screaming out her words. Whatever. Okay, okay, says Lincoln. Really? Wow, that was easier than I. Luann gets cut off. April Fools, we aren't letting you out until April 2nd, says Lincoln. Meavery and the other girls begin to cheer. That was a great plan, Lincoln, says Lynn. We laugh during a rim shot. I've been crating for this moment all my life, says Laurie. We laugh again. Well, better crate than never, says Lana. We laugh again. That was off the chain? We laugh again, says that was off the chain. It's a crate, not a cage, and cages don't inherently have anything to do with chains, is my thought process. I don't know. You're in a you're in a crate, says Laney. Hey, you know, I guess original Loud House can be funny. The other siblings don't seem to get it. Get it? Asks Lenny. Maybe we should just go to bed, says Lincoln. The next day, Luna is heard screaming. The cage is now broken, meaning that Luann just escaped, much to the horror of everyone. We're doomed, says Lola, panicked. Luann escaped, and now she's going to be mad. How could this have happened? Asks Lincoln. She's a black magic woman, dude. Okay, says Luna. Lincoln holds up a loose chain. I gotta get my money back for these. Okay, so there were chains. Alright. I guess you would have had to have watched the episode. Whatever. As Lincoln pulls the chain, it sets up a bucket full of honey that's about to spill on him. But I use the force and send the honey splattering into the wall. Feathers followed, and I quickly grab an empty pillowcase and fill it with the feathers. Well, it's just feathers. Without the honey, who gives a crap? Whatever. It begins, says Laney. Peace out. I'll be in my bunker, says Lisa, dashing off. Everyone else to my room, says Lincoln. We'll be safe there. As we all run towards Lincoln's room, the parents show up by the stairs. Rita is wearing a padded gear, while Lynn Sr. is wearing bubble wrap. What's all this ruckus about? Asks Lynn Sr. Luann's on the loose. Take cover, exclaims Laurie. But we thought you locked her up, says Rita. She busted out, says Marie. Head for the hills, you two, I say. Plan B, retreat, retreat, says Lynn Sr. He and Rita run back downstairs. Ringtone sound. Lincoln's ringtone sounds as he checks his phone. Oh no, Ronnie Ann's on her way. Could this day get any worse? Lincoln asks. He bangs his head on the wall. A rope on the wall is attached to the vacuum cleaner that's taped to the ceiling, and its bag opens. I take a trash can in Lola and Lana's room, and the dust falls into it above Lincoln's head. Whew, thanks, JD, says Lincoln. No problem, buddy. But on the plus side, that's one less prank Ronnie Ann could suffer. Lincoln gets an idea. That's it! If I set off all the pranks in the house, there won't be any left for her. Good plan, I say. It's a big risk, but I'm willing to take it with you. You know, having the force and all, and just other superpowers, like who gives a crap anymore? Lincoln, JD, hurry, it's not safe out there, says Lynn. Save yourselves, I got a job to do, says Lincoln. Don't worry, Lincoln. I'll plan your funeral, says Lucy. Luann has terrorized this house for far too long, and we're going to put an end to it for good, I say. Wait! All eyes were on Laney. I'm coming with you. Laney, don't be a fool. You won't stand a chance out there, says Laurie. Yes, I will, because I have prepared for every last practical joke Luann has concocted for this day. I have the wits to protect Lincoln, awesome, and do what we should have done years ago and stop Luann's reign of terror. Me and Marie clapped for her. Lola was touched. Laney, you're a brave soul. I'm going to miss you. I'll plan all four of your funerals, says Lucy. The sisters close Lincoln's bedroom door and puts mahogany on it. Lincoln puts on a helmet and takes out the house map and circles the kitchen. We'll start by de-pranking the kitchen, says Lincoln. We go downstairs and look at a sign that says kitchen this way, while it points the open front door. Kitchen this way? Ha! Does she think I'm dumb enough to fall for that? No, but she knows who is, says Laney. I used my lightsaber to cut the sign down? That takes care of that, I say. We take the original route and go into the kitchen and find grease on the floor. She slicked up the floor with grease, says Marie. I see something on the ceiling next to the doorway. There's a boot contraption? I use the force and pull it out of the ceiling. Good thinking, JD, says Laney. Well, here goes nothing, says Lincoln. Be careful, Lincoln, says Marie. Lincoln cautiously walks on the grease, but he slips and slides into the fridge. But before he box could fall into his head, I use the force again and pull it to me. As Lincoln gets up, he slips on the grease, opens the fridge door, and is socked right in the face by a boxing glove on a spring. Ooh, ouch, I say. The force of the impact propels him into the stove. Ow! Exclaims Lincoln. His helmet breaks apart and a bunch of vicious raccoons pop out of the stove and attack Lincoln as he screams in pain. Luann popping in from the other room. I made that dish from scratch. Ah ha 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 ha, she says. Laney whistles, attracting the attention of the raccoons. Come and get it, she says, holding out a stake and lures the raccoons out of the house. Marie and Lincoln give her the thumbs up. Thanks, Laney. Yeah. In the backyard, the Loud siblings' parents are at Lisa's shelter. Lisa Marie Loud, let us in, demands Rita as Lynn Sr. knocks on the shelter. I'll need some of your assurance in return. 1. I will never again be punished for the explosions in or around the house, says Lisa. Luann with a pile of Lily's stinky diapers. Happy April stools. She prepares to aim one with a slingshot towards her parents. Are those diapers? She wouldn't, says Rita. Lynn Sr. frantically pounds on the shelter. Whatever you want, just let us in. Lisa opens the shelter while holding a contract. Sign here, here, and initials here. After the parents sign their names, they hide while Luann shoots diapers at them. Marie appears and fires a big wave of water from her hands and splashes Luann and gets her covered in Lily's diapers. I hate this. Now that is a stinky defeat, says Marie. Rim shot. Thanks, Marie. Me, Lincoln, Marie, and Laney are heading towards the bathroom. Lincoln looks at the map and finds a flying flower in what? And fly Oh my god. And finds a flying flower in the bathroom and screams. This flower bag is rigged to explode, I say. I cut the rope with my lightsaber and throw the flower down the hall and it explodes by Lincoln's door. We checked the faucet and found that Luann clogged it with toilet paper. I unscrew the faucet nozzle and clean it out. What a nice guy. Nice try, Luann, says Marie. I sense raccoons nearby and fire force lightning, so you're up at a towel rack and they scampered away. Force lightning? Awesome! Exclaims Laney. We head to the next room. Okay, but force lightning's a bad thing. The Sith use it, right? I'm pretty sure there aren't any Jedi that use force lightning, because it's like a bad force power. You're not. Okay, I'm getting distracted. We head to the next room. Don't give up. No one likes a critter, says Luann. I'm not giving up ever, says Laney. Laney follows me, Vuri, and Lincoln into the living room. I think if we ration the food, we should be okay, says Lori. What does ration mean? Asks Lana, eating a bag of chips and drinks juice. The others glare at her. Ugh, typical. Now someone has to go into the kitchen for more supplies, says Lola. Lori, Lenny, Luna, Lynn, and Lucy all talk at once. Let's draw straws, gasps Lana for some reason. I'll just go, says Lenny. I know I'm gonna lose. I'm a terrible artist. Actually, that's not what. Lola covers Lucy's mouth. Good luck, Lenny. She and the other girls shove Lenny out of Lincoln's room and put the mahogany back on the door. Lenny goes into the kitchen. Lincoln looks at map. Okay, living room. So far, so good. Then a red line comes into Lincoln. Then a red line comes when Lincoln crosses it and a projector is switched on, showing an embarrassing video of Lincoln kissing a balloon with a face on it while Clyde is beside him. I think this is how you ki- Lincoln is cut off. I use force lightning and short out the video projector system. You're a hero. That was that was close. Yeah, because seeing him kiss would have been the nail in the coffin. It's not embarrassing enough. Like, you've got plenty of context clues. You could definitely tell what he was. Just wait. That was close. If Ronnie Ann saw that, she would destroy you, Lincoln, says Marie. Yeah, no kidding, says Lincoln. Lincoln then goes to the couch. Lincoln, no! Yells Laney. But the couch has a spring, and Lincoln goes up to the ceiling and gets stuck by sticky fly papers. He falls down to the couch and goes back up. Looks like spring is in the air, Luann chuckles. Get out of here, yells Laney. Marie splashes the flypaper with water and it falls off the ceiling. These pranks are brutal, I say. Lincoln looks at the map. Just got to finish the bedrooms. Laney, you take downstairs. Right, says Laney. JD, Marie, you take it the attic, says Lincoln. Right, I say. The house's exterior is shown as me, Marie, Lincoln, and Laney get attacked by Luann's pranks. Afterwards, the four of us are tired, beat up, and dirty as Lincoln gets a call from Clyde. Lincoln, what's happened? What's happening? Asks Clyde. Lucy just invited me to your funeral. Lincoln takes a mousetrap off of his eye and screams. Ow! I've been setting off all the pranks in the house so Ronnie Ann doesn't get hit. JD, Marie, and Laney have been helping me. Lincoln lifts his shoe as sand pours out. I've gone through every room except Lenny and Lori's. Clyde hangs up. Clyde? Hello? The doorbell rings as Lincoln goes downstairs to open the door. I volunteer to clean. Hey, that got a chuckle out of me. I volunteer to clear Lori's room, says Clyde. Go get him, Tiger, I say. Clyde goes to Lori and Lenny's room off screen as he gets attacked by Luann's pranks. It was worth it. Lori's room smells like apple cinnamon. Okay, that might that might be this pie, says Lincoln, pointing to the pie on his head. Wait, what about Laney? Did she make it out okay? Asks Clyde. Uh, what do you think? Asks Laney. Laney is shown completely covered in garbage and food, one eye blackened with a raccoon gnawing on her leg. Jumping tuna buckets, I say, with the worst catchphrase ever. Man, you've had it worse than me, says Lincoln. It was worth it. I survived April Fool's Day, and call me crazy, but I found going through these pranks were kind of invigorating, says Laney. You're crazy, say Clyde and Lincoln at the same time. Right, I'm never doing that again, says Laney. Well, that aside, the Loud House is prank free, says Lincoln. We high five as Clyde walks away and faints. Ronnie Ann arrives and is surprised when Clyde faints, before looking annoyed. I won! You thought you'd outsmart me, but you got the worst pranking ever, Luann chuckles as Ronnie Ann arrives. Give it up, Luann, says Laney. We've cleared this house of all your deadly practical jokes. You're finished, says Laney. You wanted a you wanted a prank battle and you got one, and we won? No, you didn't. You got pranked. Like, you got pranked. Whatever. And we won, I say. Yeah, we only set off those pranks because Ronnie Ann was coming over, says Lincoln. Ronnie Ann looks rather touched after hearing her crush say that. Aw. Yeah. Well, who do you think invited her over, genius? asks Luann. Ronnie Ann's expression turns to a confused look. No, says Laney. This was all a setup, I say. You double-crossed us, says Marie. I knew I had to lure you out of your room, so I called Ronnie Ann and told her how much you loved April Fool's Day. And here she is to deliver the final blow, says Luann. Lincoln turns to Ronnie Ann, who pulls out a pie with a villainous-looking smile on her face. Lincoln braces for impact, and a spat is heard, but he isn't hit. Huh? asks Lincoln as he opens his eyes. He finds out that she instead threw the pie in Luann's face. But why'd you do that? He asks. You took all those pranks for me? It's the least I could do. Come on, let's draw some eyebrows on you and go get a milkshake, says Ronnie Ann. Isn't that sweet? Ronnie Ann, I guess we owe you, so I say. It's the least I can do for setting me straight, JD. Bobby says hi to Lori, by the way, says Ronnie Ann. I'll make sure she gets the message, I say. Thank you, JD. And we're even, says Ronnie Ann. I smile and give her the thumbs up. The two leave the house. That girl's a keeper, says Luann. But JD, what did she mean by we're even? You know how we set her straight with when she was picking on Lincoln? I ask. Yeah, says Luann. Well, we took all of your deadly jokes to protect her from getting hit by them. So we're even, I said. You're a true friend, JD, says Luann. How does that make any sense? Because you set her straight, which is apparently a good thing. You know, you set her straight, and you took the pranks for her, and all she did was throw a pie in Luann's face. So if anything, she still owes you like one good deed. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? It's all clear, everyone, I announce. The family come out of their hidings and are relieved that the prank fest is over. I think it's over, says Lynn Sr. The other 9 sisters agreed. Boy, you all took a major beating, says Rita. Me, Marie, Laney, and Lincoln took all of Luann's pranks head on because Luann invited Ronnie Ann over to prank Lincoln by having a banana cream pie thrown in his face. Lincoln was afraid Ronnie Ann would get hit and she would pulverize him into oblivion. So we all took Luann's pranks to avoid having Ronnie Ann get hurt. I say, because why not? We needed a recap. Wow, you guys did all that for Ronnie Ann and us? Not you, but asks Lynn Sr. It's what we had to do, says Marie. Also, I found this in Vanzilla. Marie pulls out a blue paint bomb. It's a blue paint bomb, says Marie. I found it attached to the ignition switch. It was to it was to go off when the van started. Good thinking, Marie. Where's Lincoln now? Asks Rita. He's getting a milkshake with Ronnie Ann and getting patched up, says Laney. Aw, go all the loud sisters. Oh, and Bobby says hi, Lori. Ronnie Ann told me to tell you that from Bobby. I say, thank you for telling me, JD, says Lori. Also, Lori, Clyde volunteered to clear out your room of the pranks, so he took them all for you. He came out and his head was shaved off, says Marie. Lori gasped. Clyde took all those pranks for me? Asks Lori. Mm-hmm. He saved you from losing your hair, says Marie. He is a true friend. Tell him I said thank you, says Lori. I'll relay the message, says Marie. I start feeling exhausted and disorientated. Oh, I used a lot of force energy. I'd love to tell you guys more, but as you can see, this whole experience has left me tired, weak, and disorientated. I didn't know you could be. I didn't figure you to be very human, so I'm gonna take a nap for a while. I say. I pass out and Marie catches me. Well, that was quick. Lisa checks me out. He's all right. It's just exhaustion from all of Luann's pranks. He'll be right as rain tomorrow morning, says Lisa. I'll take you two home, says Lynn Sr. Thank you, Mr. Lynn, says Marie. Lynn Sr. drives me and Marie back to the mansion and tucks me into bed at our infirmary. Lynn Sr. revealed everything to my mom and dad. 8:30 a.m. and the next morning. I woke up and I have bandages on my face, arms, and my eye. I'm home in an infirmary? I didn't know my mansion had an infirmary. Awesome. I say. Vivi was there by my bedside, and she had fewer bandages than me. Oh, cool. JD, you're awake, says Marie. Marie hugs me. Yes, I'm okay, my love, I say. My dad comes in. His dad's name is Sumner? Okay. Sumner. You gave us quite the scare there, JD, says the Sumner. Sorry, Dad. I wanted to. Sumner cuts me off. I know. Lynn told me everything. You guys are heroes. I had to do what I had to do, I say. I think I risked my life for my friend. You think? Luann's pranks nearly killed us. I know. She got a stiff punishment for it, says Sumner. That stinks, I say. You got someone to see you, says Sumner. My dad leaves, and in comes Luann with a bouquet of daffodils. Hey, Luann, those flowers for me? I ask. Hey, JD. And yes, they are. She responds. I take the flowers and sniff them. Daffodils are one of my favorite flowers. How did you know? I ask. Yellow is my favorite color, and I figured you would like them, says Luann. Thank you, Luann. Also, the reason I came here is to apologize, says Luann. What for? I ask. For hurting you and Marie with my pranks, says Luann. There's so much more. Okay. I've already forgiven you, Luann, but to tell the truth, me and Marie had lots of fun yesterday. Sure, it was dangerous, but it was fun. But those pranks could have killed us, Luann. I know you wanted to be the funniest person in the world, and you definitely have what it takes to do that. But the true humor comes from the heart, I say. Thank you, JD. I'll try to tone it down next year, says Luann, touched. Luann and me hug. When are when are cooks mean? I ask. I don't know, says Luann. When they beat eggs when they beat the eggs and whip the cream. I respond. Rimshot. Me, Luann, Very, and Dad laugh. Good one, JD. That one's an exciting. What? Good one, JD. That's one exciting taste. Rimshot. Luann, me, Very, and Dad laugh. Luann, you are hilarious, says Sumner. Told you she's a riot, Dad. Luann, there's one thing that puzzles me, I say. What's that, JD? Asks Luann. Lincoln showed me and Marie a montage of pranks you pulled on April Fools a while back, and we saw that you stapled all the furniture to the living room ceiling upside down. How did you do that without help? I ask. That one was funny, one of my masterpieces. I had some favors done by my friends at clown school, says Luann. Ah, I see. That one was really topsy-turvy. Rimshot. Me, Luann, Marie, and Dad laugh. That joke you said was hilarious. It really went over our heads. Rimshot. I say, me, Luann, Marie, and Dad laugh some more. You two are really funny, says Sumner. Thanks, Dad, I say to the viewers. Boy, I have quite the sense of humor, don't I? Oh my god. To Luann. Luann, I'm sorry we put you in that cage. It's okay. I guess I deserved it. Well, get better, JD, says Luann. I will, Luann. See ya. I say. Get some rest, JD, says Sumner. He was just asleep. Okay, Dad, I say. Marie, Marie, Luann, and Dad left as I sat back and watched TV. The end. All done. My 10th fan fiction is completed. I know it's not April Fool's Day, but I wanted to write an action-packed version of this. This was awesome. Luann's pranks were truly dangerous, and it was like entering a funhouse from the netherworld. I want to give my dad a longer appearance in this story. Until next time, this is JD signing off. James Bond mention owned by Ian Fleming, Eon Productions, MGM, Columbia. I'm not reading all this. All right. Chapter 13. Get the message. It starts with Farie and Lainey reading books in the living room because that's all girls do. They read books. They're girls who read books. I hate this. But then they are both interrupted by Lincoln, who is playing on his virtual reality glasses. The game was fighting zombies while with break dancing. Take that, zombies. Twerks? Twerks. Twerks, as in twerking. As in your butt. Moving your twerking with your ass. Of course. Take that, zombie. Twerks. Feel my twerk, you evil jerk. Says Lincoln, killing zombies and doing a pelvic thrust. Who? Go, Lincoln, show those zombies what for. Whoa, I say. Lincoln must be playing games on his glasses again. Must be so cool to play in virtual reality. Maybe I can ask him if I can avatar him. What? Your girl, though? Thinks Marie. Thought Marie. Lincoln continues to breakdance. He goes up the stairs and does more moves in the hallway, where he then enters one particular room. Lincoln! Yells Lori. Lincoln takes the glasses off and sees Lori making an angry face at him. Ah! Oh, are we in your room, Lori? I ask. I'm sorry, Lincoln accidentally wound up in here while playing VR games. There's only one rule in this house. Stay out of my bedroom. If I catch you in here again, I will literally turn you into a human pretzel, says Lori, going back onto the phone. No, not you, Bobby. One sec, okay? Lori kicks Lincoln out of the room. Well, that was not nice, I say. Lincoln puts his goggles back on and continues to dance the zombies away. Oh, yeah, says Lincoln. Goes into the bathroom, realizes what he's doing. Zombies don't need to see this. Lincoln takes the goggles off and sets them on the sink. Excuse me, Lincoln, I say. I turn my back to him and face the wall. So you're in the bathroom with him? That's stupid. Just leave. There's a knock on the door. Occupied, says Lincoln. The knocking then turns into a pounding. I can't believe some. Lincoln answers the door to see Lori is there. Lori on the phone. Bobby, you'll never guess what Whitney said to me today. That you don't respect a man's privacy? Asks Lincoln rhetorically. Yeah, Lori. We were in here first, I say. Lori, ignoring Lori ignoring Lincoln and kicking me and him out. No, silly, not even. She was all like, me and Lincoln go to Lincoln's room and realizes something. Oh no, my gaming glasses, exclaims Lincoln. Let's go get them back, I say. We rush to the bathroom, but we are stopped by Lola and Lana, who are dressed in some kind of authority attire. No running in the hallway, says Lana. Huh? What are you talking about? Asks Lincoln. Lana, is this maggot giving you lip? Asks Lola, riding Lincoln up. We're the new hall monitors at school, so we're practicing at home, says Lana. You two look very official, but something's missing, I say, getting an idea. I know! I pull out two police hats that I just so happen to have and put them on their heads. There. Now you two look official. I got those hats on a class field trip to the police station for some. Those exist? They gave them to me, and I kept them for this exact occasion. Whatever. Cool. Thanks, thanks, JD. I say. They give Lincoln a ticket. I got to admit, we do look official, but if we catch you two speeding again, You're going downtown. We already locked up Luann for telling bad jokes, says Lola. Reveals Luann in a cardboard jail cell. Hey, did you hear the one about the thief who stole a calendar? He got 12 months. Ha 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 ha, laughs to Rimshot. Get it? Asks Luann. Ha 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 ha, good one, Luann. What does the robber say when he when he held up a pizzeria? What? Asks Luann. He said, give me all your dough. Rimshot. Me, Lincoln, Luann, and Lana laugh. Lola, that's 5 more minutes, dirtbag. But that was a that was a good one, JD, says Lola. Thank you, Lola. I say. By the way, JD, are you fully healed after April Fool's Day last week? Love continuity. Asks Lana. Getting there. My eye still hurts, but I should be at 100% in 2 days, I say. That's specific. Well, that's good, but no more speeding, okay? Says Lola. Okay, I'll walk within the speed limit, I swear, says Lincoln. No swearing, says Lana. No, Lana, we know. He means we promise, I say. As they leave from their room/office, me and Lincoln go to the bathroom to find that Lincoln's goggles are now totaled. Someone stepped on my glasses, no! Cries Lincoln. Since Lori kicked him out when he left them in there, he automatically blames her and sees that she left in the family van. Lori, you dirtbag, says Lincoln, enraged. Later, Meavery and Clyde is being told the story of the incident. 1 minute, I'm electric sliding with the undead, and the next, ugh, it's all Lori's fault, says Lincoln. Lincoln, just calm down. I'm sure Lori didn't mean to step on them, says Marie. Didn't you put them on the counter? Whatever. I can't believe it, says Clyde, holding the goggles. I know, she didn't even say sorry, says Lincoln. No, I can't believe these were touched by Lori's beautiful Tootsie. Ah, says Clyde, love-struck, cradling the glasses. Clyde was immediately snapped out of it when they heard a knock on Lincoln's door. Come in, says Lincoln, entering with sweet little Laney. Oh, my God. Oh, hey, Laney. What are you doing here? Asks Lincoln. I couldn't help but notice earlier today that you were playing on your game glasses, and I was hoping I could get a turn on there. But maybe with a game that doesn't have zombies in it. Because girls don't like zombies. They like flowers and whatever. And reading books. Maybe she can read books on it. Read. I wish I could, Laney, but I can't. Lori broke it, says Lincoln, showing Laney his broken glasses. Oh no, why would she do that? Asks Laney. I'll tell you why. All she cares about is talking on her stupid phone. Well, I'm going to give her a call she'll never forget, says Lincoln. What are you going to say? Asks Clyde. Lincoln looks in his drawer and pulls out a sheet of paper and shows it to us. Why, blank is the worst sister ever. Uh, I I read out the title. I read the rest of it quietly and gasp in shock. Lincoln, don't you think this is a bit too extreme? I ask. I knew this would come in handy someday, says Lincoln, evilly. I just didn't know which sister would be getting it. Not me, right? Asks Laney. No, Laney, you're a perfect little angel, and everybody loves you, and you're so awesome, and you've got superpowers, and Oh no, Laney, you're the only sister that isn't the worst. That's that's great, says Lincoln, writing Lori's name in the blank. But you, Lori Loud, you have made my decision very easy. Lincoln dials Lori's phone number on his duck phone. I sense trouble coming. I say, me too, says Marie. While Lincoln is Luna is jamming and riffs to the last note of Lori's ringtone. Okay. Ah, might be charging her phone. No worries, I'll just leave it on her voicemail, says Lincoln, impatient. Hey, this is Lori, you know what to do. Beep. Here it comes. Laney and Farie, cover your ears, I say. Me, Laney, and Farie, do so. Hey, Lori, it's your dear brother Lincoln. There's something I've been meaning to tell you. You are. Lincoln goes into a blindingly raging rant about Lori. Luna comes into his room and rocks out to censor the harsh and foul message for any profanity it may contain, all while Clyde watches in despair as his dream girl is getting roasted, finishing up, and that is why you're the worst sister ever. Lincoln hangs up. What do you think, Clyde? Clyde faints. Enter Lori. Me, Marie, and Laney uncover our ears. Hey, bro. I just want to say I'm so sorry I stepped on your stupid toy. So I went out and bought you a stupid new one, says Lori. Lincoln, shocked at her generosity. You did what now? Lori hands him new glasses. Also, I'm very impressed you didn't freak out over this. Very mature. Yeah, yep, that's me, Mr. Mature. 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 Whatever. Lincoln chuckles nervously. Laney could only shake her head at his mistake. As Lori leaves, Lincoln realizes that he made a terrible mistake. Well, that was nice of her, I say. Clyde, what have I done? I called Lori a guitar riff when she's actually a harp string. Okay, I get it. What am I gonna do? You're right, Lori. You're right. Lori clearly hasn't listened to the voicemail yet, or I'd be a human pretzel. We gotta delete that message, I say. Yeah, but how? Clyde comes to. Huh? Falls over. Good talk, says Lincoln. Me, Marie, Lincoln, Laney, and Clyde are peeking out the door. Lola and Lana are tracking a trail of poop that leads from Lynn and Lucy's room to Luann and Luna's. Lori has locked up her room and entered the security password and leaves. Security in her room must be very tight, I say. Lori really doesn't like people going into her room, says Marie. Perfect. Lori doesn't have her cell, which means it's still in there charging. Our mission is to infiltrate her room and delete that message before she gets back, says Lincoln. But Lori's room is off limits, says Clyde. I know. That's why I need you to be a lookout for her. That's easy. I'm always on the lookout for Lori, says Clyde. Then let's do this. Clyde's probably gonna pass out or something. Then let's do this, exclaims Lincoln. Wait, what can I do? Asks Laney. We thought about it, then looked outside to see the twins still patrolling the hallway. I know poop when I see it, and that's definitely some poop, says Lana. Okay. Got it. You can distract Lola and Lana. Make sure they don't see me. Can you handle that? Asks Lincoln. I'll try, says Laney. Great. Lincoln puts on a black snow hat. Go time. Lincoln sneaks up while the twins check the sound he made, only to see he's nowhere. Then Laney comes in to act as the distraction. You got a hall pass, young lady? Asks Lola. She sees Lincoln hiding up on the top of the doorway. I think I see Geo making a run for it, says Laney. Points the other way, and while the twins were looking, she pulls a hamster treat out of her pocket and tosses it behind her, making Geo the hamster, go after it. Hey, Furball, no speeding, yells Lana. The twins give chase to Geo. Hey, what did we just say? Get back here, say the twins. Laney gives Lincoln an okay sign. Then he sneaks into the vent. I'm in, says Lincoln. Great. Proceed 2 clicks north. Hook a left, and then you should be right over the target, says Clyde with a schematic of the house. Lincoln heads down the pathway. I've got eyes on the package, says Lincoln. He breaks into Lori's room and finds the phone still charging. Copy that, I say, doing nothing. Lincoln, Lori's coming, exclaims Clyde. You're going to have to stall her, says Lincoln. Roger that, says Clyde, drawing a mustache on his upper lip with a marker, and tears off his shirt, revealing a white tux underneath it, and acts so suave as Lori approaches. Hey, beautiful, you take these stairs often? Asks Clyde. Lori throws her arms around him and swoons. I will now, handsome. She winks at him. This doesn't seem correct. Lincoln grabs the phone and starts playing the message. Hey, Lori, it's your dear brother Lincoln. Lincoln deletes it. Message deleted, says the phone. Lincoln sneaks out right before Laurie enters, and it turns out it was all just a dramatization of what could happen. And that's how we're gonna do it, says Lincoln. Nice plan, says Marie. It just might work, I say. I love it, especially the part where I get to talk to Laurie, says Clyde, as he starts applying perfume onto him. Is that perfume? Asks Lincoln, coughing. What, what kind of perfume is that? Asks Laney, also coughing. It's my Nana's, says Clyde. You should have brought some cologne, says Marie. Here are the blueprints for the vents, says Lincoln, handing Clyde a drawing of them with some red stuff all over it. Are these food stains? Asks Clyde. I eat ketchup sandwiches while I floor plan. Gross, says Lincoln. Don't ask why, Laney whispers to Clyde. They hear a door opening. Laurie's coming, says Laney. Laurie locks the door to her room and enters the security pass. Excuse me, the security password, just like the dramatization. Okay, let's do this, says Lincoln. Let's go, I say. Clyde hops over to the position from the dramatization. I'm in position. Ow, copy that, says Marie. What? The loud feedback on the other end knocks Lincoln back. Roger that. Oh, whatever. Roger that, says Lincoln. Sees Lola writing Lily up for not wearing her diaper. No, I can't let you off with a warning, says Lola. Ha ha ha, Lily laughs. Lincoln sticks up, but Cliff gets on his hat and starts patting it. Lincoln shoos him off, only for the cat's tail to hit him in the nose and stifles a sneeze with Lily's. What the fuck am I reading? Lincoln sneaks up. Oh, Lincoln sneaks by, but Cliff gets on his hat and starts patting it. Lincoln shoos him off, only for the cat's tail to hit his nose and stifles a sneeze with Lily's diaper. What the fuck? Next time, remember, this is a mandatory diaper zone, says Lola. Lincoln realizes he just used it and throws up. This gets the twin guards' attention, and he's hiding up the doorway. Then Laney came in to act as the distraction. Problem was, she didn't know what to do. And where do you think you're going? Asks Lana. Uh, Laney sees Lincoln slipping on top of the doorway. Gah, ketchup fingers, says Lincoln. Laney then sees Lily crawling away without wearing a diaper. She's making a crawl for it, yells Laney. In bold. Okay, that's bold. So Laney is in this episode, despite not being canonical. Whatever. You just got lucky, says Lola. They chase after her. Lincoln manages to sneak into the vents. Clyde, me and JD are in. Wait, when was J... Whatever, says Lincoln. Lucy is right next to him. Hey, Lincoln. Hey, JD, says Lucy. Lucy! Screams Lincoln. What are you doing here? I come here to think. I actually just wrote a new poem called Ventilate, says Lucy. Inside the wall, I choose to be alone. If I ever get stuck, please listen for my moan. That's weird. Very good, Lucy, I say. Right, says Lincoln nervously. Clyde, get me to Laurie's room now, says Lincoln, creeping away from Lucy. Go 3 clicks and a right. Or is it 3 rights and a click? Asks Clyde. Wait, what's a click? Laney smacks her forehead. Just follow me, Lincoln, I say, apparently knowing oh my God, the layout of his house's vents. We crawl through the vents and take a left, and we made it to Laurie and Lenny's room. I've got eyes on the package, says Lincoln. Package? What about Laurie's phone? Asks Clyde. That is the package, Clyde, I say. I open the vent and drop down a red rope and enter Laurie's room via the rope. However, it seems to be coming undone. Clyde, what kind of rope is this? Asks Lincoln. Cherry licorice rope, says Clyde. Why would you use licorice? Asks Laney. It was the only rope I could find, says Clyde. Lincoln screams and throws it onto the floor. This gets Laurie's attention as she heads up the stairs to check it out. Lincoln, Laurie's coming, says Clyde frantically. Don't worry, I'll stall her, he says suavely, drawing a fake mustache on his upper lip and takes his shirt off and approaches Laurie only to be stunned by her beauty. What? Asks Laurie. Clyde suddenly gets a nasty nosebleed from his shyness. Ugh, gross, says Laurie, running to her room. Oh, Clyde, says Marie. Lincoln is just about to delete the message when he hears Lori just about to come in. She enters and looks around with an displeased look on her face. Lincoln is hiding under her bed. Lori kicks off her shoes right under them, and they hit Lincoln in the face. Ugh! Lincoln shuts his mouth. Lori suspiciously checks under her bed. So this is where all my shoes are, she says, seeing all her shoes under the bed. Lincoln had escaped her line of sight and tries reaching for the phone, but Walt perches right onto it and bites Lincoln's finger, making him hold in his yelp of pain. Lori's phone finishes charging. Finally, says Lori, taking the phone. Ooh, new messages. I'm so loved. She leaves. Mission is compromised. The package is on the move. Clyde? Asks Lincoln, panicking. Clyde has covered his nostrils with tissues to clear up the bleeding. Clyde, do you read me? Asks Lincoln. Clyde's unable to speak with you right now, says Laney. He's unconscious due to a nosebleed, Lincoln, says Marie. Lori is listening to all of her messages she got. Hey, babe, it's Bobby. Do you think we'll always be together? Asks Bobby through the message. Aw, totes saving that one, says Lori, saving it. Clyde faints again. Hey, babe, it's Bobby again. Should our couple name be Bori or Lobby? Asks Bobby through the message. Saved, says Lori, saving it. Lincoln hurries to stop Lori from getting to his message, but the twins stop him. We warned you, dirtbag, says Lola. It's the clink for Link, says Lana. I jump out of the vents and go into Lana and Lola's room and break Luann out of the box. Run like the wind, Luann, I say. Look, Luann's making a jailbreak, says Lincoln. The twins turn around and Lincoln makes a break for it downstairs. Hey, says Lana. Luann ran past them like a wild animal. You'll never take me alive, coppers, says Luann. Lana and Lola give chase to Luann. Lincoln gets downstairs and finds out that he's too late, and Lori is already listening to his hateful message. Hey, Lori, it's your dear brother Lincoln, says Lincoln through the message. Lori, says Lincoln, slow motion diving at her. No! And then thudding at normal speed. Ugh, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. You are. Lincoln looks on in horror, but Lori deletes it before the rant can begin. Ugh, delete. Lincoln, there are two rules in this house. Stay out of my room and never call my phone. My voicemail is full enough without useless messages from you, says Lori. Gee, Lori, I'm sorry, says Lincoln, sarcastically relieved. But I'm gonna let it slide this time, because you were so mature when I broke your stupid toy, says Lori. Yeah, right. That's me, Mr. Mature. Lincoln sheepishly chuckles. Lori gets a call and answers it. Bobby? Bobby, only 12 messages today. I thought you cared about me, says Lori. Whew, that was a close one, I say. Oh, thank goodness. I thought you were a goner down there, says Laney. Whew. To the viewers, Lincoln says, next time I have a problem with one of my sisters, I'll just talk to them instead of leaving a message or writing a nasty letter, says Lincoln, realizing. Speaking of which, where is that letter? Lincoln looks around for it, but can't find it. Uh-oh, says Marie. Lori's plucking nose hairs while talking to Bobby. If you want our couple name to be Lobby, you're going to have to show a little. Lori sees something on the floor. What's this? Why, Lori is the worst sister ever. Bobby, I gotta go. I'm about to turn Lincoln into a human pretzel, says Lori, revealing the letter to Lincoln, and is enraged. Lincoln, what is this? She asks. Well, it's time to do the official dance of the Loud House, the Running Man, says Lincoln, putting on his new game goggles and starts dancing away from Lori's wrath. When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna. Luna rocks out to censor Lori's rant of revenge, just like she did for Lincoln. Gee, I didn't know. Viri then fired a stream of water at Lori, and it froze and entombed Lori in a block of ice and froze her. Awesome! Awesome! That's so cool. That's awesome. Viri's awesome. Laney's awesome. JD's awesome. Whoa, Viri, I didn't know you could freeze people. What can't she fucking do? Says Laney. I also have the ability to raise and lower the temperature of water. Yep. Well, how do you think that happened? Huh? How do you think she froze somebody? That is awesome, I say. Lynn Sr. came back after going to the store for groceries. Can't Luna play something quieter? Asks Lin Sr. Mr. Lin, we need to tell you something about Lori, I say. I told Lin Sr. what's been happening, and he was shocked. Lincoln didn't know that Lori went out to buy another game for him? Asks Lin Sr. Yes, and that's what drove him to do the unthinkable, says Marie. I see. Lincoln, you can't play video games for 2 days. Oh. See? JD is a just God. He does punish people he perceives as like good friends. Oh my god. Marie, I had and right after he goes to oh, Marie, I had no idea you could freeze people too, says Lynn Sr. Amazed. Yes, I can freeze or boil water, says Marie. Boy, you made her into a frozen lorry-sickle. Ha 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 ha, says Lynn Sr. at his child, who, in the real world would be dead right now, but me, Marie, and Luann laugh. Good one, Dad, says Luann. Yeah, good one, Mr. Lynn, I say. Can you please thaw out Lori? I'll take her. I'll talk to her. Oops, says Lynn Sr. Okay, but we're gonna need a very big bucket to prevent the house from flooding. Uh, I say. Lisa then came out with a big wash tub. Why does it have to always, like, it's a cartoon universe? You can just say that and then have it, like, transition to the end. You don't actually need to wrap this up. Nobody cares about how you're gonna thaw out Lori. I'm sorry. I have to read. I believe this is the appropriate size for a human-sized frozen individual. Oh, thank you, Lisa. This is perfect. Lainey, can you use your plant powers to take Lori to the living room? I can do that, says Lainey. I place the tub by the fireplace, and Lainey grows a bunch of vines from her hands, and they wrap around the ice block, and she placed it in the tub. All right, everyone, stand back, I say. I then fired a blast of fire at the ice block, and it melted in 10 seconds. God forbid he messed up and, killed Lori. Ha ha. Lori was shivering, and she sneezed. Everyone else was awestruck. You have fire powers, JD? Asks Lynn. Yep, but I only use them when the time is right. Of course, fire is an extremely dangerous force. That's why I just fired it indoors at a person. You're so awesome, JD. Lenny and Luna pulled Lori out of the water and dried her off, and I wrapped her in a blanket and brought her to the couch. Lori saw Lincoln, and she was still enraged. Shivering, Lori says, Lincoln, I'm going to grind you into dust for that letter. Lori sneezes. You will do nothing of the sort, Lori, says Lynn Sr. Lincoln had a good reason to be angry with you. But he didn't know that you went out and bought him a new game goggle set. Oh, I'm losing it. Also, why are you being so rude today? Asks Laney. You kicked Lincoln out of your room when he went in there on accident? Asks Laney. The reason I was so mean to you guys is because Flip made me work like a slave. Says Lori. Lori, how can you stand for working for that jerk? I ask. Yeah, he's a total cheapskate, says Laney. Who is Flip? Asks Furry. He owns a gas station down the road, and he only cares about himself. He hardly even pays his employees anything. I say. I explain. He works his employees into the ground without a break, not even for lunch, says Lynn. I've seen how he treats his employees, too. He's a total taskmaster. I'm planning on reporting him to the Michigan Better Business Bureau and the Michigan Department of Labor. I say. So you were taking your frustrations out on everyone because of your job, Lori? Asks Lynn Sr. Lori sneezes. Yes, I'm so sorry, guys. I hate my job. And Lori breaks down crying, and I comfort her. Okay, we'll continue talking about this later, Lori. I gotta make dinner, says Lynn Sr. Lynn Sr. went into the kitchen. Lori, if I may make a suggestion, how about you work at Gus's Games and Grub? I'm sure Gus would be more than happy to let you work there. I say, okay, I'll see if I can apply for it, says Lori. Over the next week, Flip was reported to the to the Michigan Department of Labor and the Michigan BBB and was arrested. Flips was shut down for good. Flip was ordered to pay Lori $250,000 in restitution for his unfair treatment to her and was sentenced to 10 to 20 years of hard labor. The end. Another fanfiction complete. Hooray for the Houston Astros, folks. Oh my god, I'm losing it. This one was a challenge, not as big as Brawl in the Family, but right up there. Also, I don't like Flip. He got what was coming to him in the end. Also, I would like to thank Total Drama Fan 3452, aka King Hammer Publishing, for letting me use Lainey in my stories. I promise to not abuse her and have my support and trust. You rock, man. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe.